As we all know, last week Donald Trump held I guess you'd call it a campaign rally in Phoenix, Arizona. And he opened that rally by saying what a huge crowd it is. He spent 3 full minutes complimenting the size of that crowd. Immediately following the event, pictures started going around on conservative media showing these huge crowds of people lined up outside this arena waiting to go in and see Donald Trump. Well, as it turns out, those pictures were actually fabricated, and they were pictures of people trying to get into a sporting event, not trying to get into the Donald Trump rally. Furthermore, pictures also surfaced showing us that that arena that Trump was speaking in was maybe a little more than half full. But Donald Trump didn't want to admit that. He even said that the media is going to say there weren't many people here, which the photographs proved. And that's all what happened in the public eye. But according to new reports, what happened behind the scenes after the rally was that Donald Trump actually fired the event coordinator who planned this Phoenix rally and set up the arena and everything because the room was not full enough. So he may not come out and publicly admit that his crowd wasn't as big as he wanted, but obviously, behind the scenes, Donald Trump was furious about the fact that there weren't enough people willing to come into this rally and see him speak. And we also know that during his 72-minute diatribe, many people ended up leaving because they were tired. They were tired of hearing the same thing from Donald Trump, and they just flat out didn't feel like being there anymore. Donald Trump is not drawing the massive crowds that he says he is. We've literally, as a country, already spent millions of dollars this year at Trump's request just to prove that. When he said his inaugural crowd was bigger than Obama's and then launched an investigation into the department that took the photographs to see if they were somehow doctored to take people out of the picture. We spent millions of dollars on this to feed this man's ego, only to find out all along that the media was right and Trump was wrong. Is that same thing going to happen here with this Phoenix rally? Obviously not, because Donald Trump knows that the room wasn't full, otherwise he wouldn't have fired the person who planned the event. But here's the bottom line. Donald Trump is a guy who only cares about things like crowd size, number of supporters, the amount of applause he gets, the TV ratings he gets. Because keep in mind, too, he also mentioned that the reason he pardoned Joe Arpaio on Friday night during the hurricane was because he thought he'd get high ratings for it, because everybody would be glued to their TVs. That's all this man cares about. He doesn't care about writing policy to help American citizens. He doesn't care about keeping us out of wars or keeping this country safe. He cares about being famous and having ratings and having money. And if that's the case, he could easily resign, go launch a brand new reality show series, probably get millions of viewers every week to feed his ego, but leave politics to the people who actually understand what it means to be a leader in the United States. And that clearly isn't Donald Trump. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you see here on Ring of Fire, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel. You can see the little subscribe button down there, but if you're watching it on another device where you can't see it, go to youtube.com/TheRingOfFire, hit subscribe, be notified every time we get a new video.